Let me start off by saying Violent Night is, as the title suggests, very violent. Our Santa here is played by David Harbour, who's fantastic in everything I've ever seen him in, and I've never heard a bad word said about him. He's a bit dishevelled, a bit dispirited, and overall just giving off a wholly morose vibe. When we first meet him, he's downing drinks with another Santa Claus in a bar, and the sequence that follows sets up his new version of the character perfectly. He's a drunk whose only emotional connection to his job is now resentment. But he's not a bad Santa. His disillusionment for Christmas feels honest, like it comes from a place of abhorrence at what the holiday has actually become, as we find out during a passionate rant. However, a chance encounter with a young girl named Trudy helps to rekindle his belief in Christmas. Unfortunately, this encounter happens over a walkie-talkie in an elaborately rich estate house owned by the lavishly wealthy Lightstone family during a Christmas family reunion, and the family have just been taken hostage by a band of machine gun wielding criminals. Violent Night is basically if John McClane had dressed up as Santa Claus at the Nakatomi Plaza, which makes me wonder if this film actually came to fruition because of the old "Is Die Hard really a Christmas movie" debate that got a little out of control. Harbour is a massive dude, so you absolutely believe him in his role from a physical standpoint, but he also oozes so much charisma, and the more sincere moments of the film really do hit home. There's definitely a nice combination of the paternal Hopper from Stranger Things and the more British attributes from Hellboy. It's hard to go wrong when you're basically copying the Die Hard template, although there's hundreds, maybe thousands of action flicks that have tried that and failed. But what makes this film really work is the fact that it just doesn't take itself too seriously. Even during some of the more darker moments, it still sort of takes the piss. The comedy is really well written into the script and doesn't feel like either an afterthought or too forced. Most of it lands perfectly. All the characters are great, each have their own little nuances, and the entire cast are fantastic, particularly the family members and the head of the family, Gertrude, played by Beverly D'Angelo. Even a few of the mercenaries shine more than they ever should, and John Leguizamo is a worthy villain. Other films are referenced too, but one of the more notable ones is Home Alone, a Christmas classic. There's a whole sequence dedicated to booby traps made by Trudy, which have, unlike Home Alone, super realistic circumstances. The blood and violence is very real, but it's also very funny, and there's actually a genuinely nice message that the film is trying to get across about family, the horrible effects of consumerism, and also about the innocence of childhood. Violent Night is surprisingly poignant, but the big sell here is Harbour's version of Santa Claus, giving zero fucks and kicking ass and straight up murdering people in super inventive ways.